Power your big ideas during Dell's Labor Day event by taking advantage of limited quantity deals. Save up to $300 on select Dell XPS computers and Alienware systems powered by Intel Core processors, and all with free shipping. Just call 800-BUY-DELL. That's 800-BUY-DELL.
Hey, I'm Katie Grossman, a trail and ultramarathon runner sponsored by New Balance. I'm also a creative professional, wife to my life and running partner, Dominic, and a very proud mom of 2 girls. Life has gotten a little crazy, especially after battling postpartum injury and an abdominal tumor. But running is still a huge part of my identity, and it legitimately improves my mental health. I'm working my way back to racing, but for now, I'm still finding peace on the trail. Go beyond the run at newbalance.com.
Andy, listen, the man is just about to say it.
Yeah, let's everybody listen.
The USA Radio Network presents the greatest radio programs of all time.
Henry Aldrich. Coming, Mother.
The CBS Radio Workshop, dedicated to man's imagination, the theater of the mind.
This is classic radio theater.
Want to get away from it all?
The FBI in Peace and War.
Fibber, McGee, and Molly.
The unexpected.
The unexpected.
The unexpected.
Now here's your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends.
Well, the first episode of the Jack Benny program in the 1953-54 season, Jack coming back from Hawaii. And of course, you can expect him and Rochester and the whole gang to have all the routine about Jack being in Hawaii and the new business he was drumming up there. Anyway, that's today from 68 years ago, September 13th, 1953. And we thank you for tuning in on this Monday. This is the 13th day of September. Yes, Friday the 13th fell on a Monday this month. It is the 256th day of the year and 109 days remaining in the year. The most popular song 72 years ago today would be thought to be extremely politically incorrect today. And I'll talk about that. I won't be able to play it, but I'll tell you all about it. Now, on this date in 1943, Chiang Kai-shek became president of China. Republican Margaret Chase Smith of Maine elected to the Senate on this date in 1948, becoming the first woman to have served in both houses of Congress. The 4-day revolt, at the maximum security prison in Attica, New York, ended 1971, when state police and National Guardsmen stormed the facility. 42 people died. In 1988, Hurricane Gilbert, the strongest recorded hurricane in the Western Hemisphere up to that date based on barometric pressure in 1998. In 1993, Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin and PLO Chairman Yasser Arafat shook hands after signing an historic peace agreement. In 1998, NBC's Frasier won a record 5th consecutive Emmy as TV's Best Comedy Series. Secretary of State Colin Powell named Osama bin Laden as the prime suspect in the terror attacks on the U.S. in 2001. Limited commercial flights resumed on this date in 2001 for the first time in 2 days. And it was on this date that World Wrestling Entertainment SmackDown, broadcasting live from Houston, became the first major sports event to take place following the September 11 attacks. And it brought a sense of normalcy back to America, although we will never be normal again for a lot of reasons. Hurricane Ike made landfall on the Texas Gulf Coast of the U.S. on this date in 2008, causing heavy damage to Galveston Island, Houston, and surrounding areas. And it was on this date in 2018, the Merrimack Valley gas explosions. 1 person killed, 25 injured, 40 homes were destroyed when excessive natural gas pressure caused fires and explosives. Now, the number 1 song on this date in 1947, an unlikely country swing tune by Tex Williams. Smoke, smoke, smoke that cigarette. Puff, puff, puff. And talked about back in 1947, the addiction of nicotine in cigarettes. people would still smoke that cigarette, even though they knew even then it wasn't particularly good for them. That song would become Capitol Records' first million seller on this date back in 1947. Now, among those passing away on this date in history, rapper, producer, actor Tupac Shakur as a result of a shooting in Las Vegas. Governor of Alabama for a long time, George Wallace, former candidate for president, who spent the last years of his life in a wheelchair after being an assassination attempt on his life. Actress Dorothy McGuire, delightful lady. We heard her, I think it was last Friday on Classic Radio Theater, an episode of the GE Playhouse, sometime last summertime, I believe was the name of the show. And passing away in 2019, singer-songwriter Eddie Money. This is the birthday of the man whom the big hospital in Washington, D.C. is named after, Walter Reed. Also, chocolate entrepreneur Milton Hershey. French actress Claudette Colbert. Singer Bill Monroe. You know this man from his books James and the Giant Peach, The BFG and Matilda, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Roald Dahl. Born on this date in history, vocalist Dick Haymes, singer Mel Torme, Blue Moon, The Velvet Fog, and actress and singer Nell Carter, all born on this date in history. Etiquette writer Miss Manners, Judith Martin, 83 today. David Clayton Thomas from Blood, Sweat, and Tears wrote Spinning Wheel, but the song I remember of theirs is best is You Make Me So Very Happy. David Clayton Thomas turns 80 today. Actress Jacqueline Bisset, 77 today. Chicago singer and bass guitarist Peter Cetera, who had quite the solo career of his own after he left Chicago. Peter Cetera, 77 today. From Designing Women, Jean Smart is 70. Medea, Tyler Perry is 52 today. Singer Fiona Apple turns 44. From Boy Meets World, Ben Savage is all grown up, 41 years old. And from the WWE and fellow Kansan, who has had so many bad things going on in the WWE, Baron Corbin, 37 years of age. Those just a few of the people who celebrate the 13th day of September as their birthday. If this is your birthday,
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
and we go back to a Sunday, September 13th, 1953, 68 years ago today, for the opening show of the season for Jack Benny, and September 13th, 1953, as Jack returns from Hawaii. I'm Wyatt Cox. Thank you for tuning in on this Monday edition of Classic Radio Theater on your favorite station.
You know, a lot of times you have to choose between something high quality or something that saves you money. But if you can get both, why not? Especially when it comes to healthcare. And that's MediShare. You get both. The typical family saves $500 a month switching to MediShare. And that's huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The customer satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. It's because MediShare works. It's been around for more than a quarter century, and members have shared more than $3 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge PPO network, so yeah, really, you could save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. If you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. Here is the number you need. Call 833-34-BIBLE. That's 833-34-BIBLE. 833-34-BIBLE.
The best companion a pillow has ever had. You've heard me talking about Mike Lindell's Giza Dreams bed sheets now for a couple of years. They're the perfect companion to the MyPillow. Made with the world's best cotton called Giza, grown only in a region between the Sahara Desert, the Mediterranean Sea, and the Nile River. Its long staple cotton makes it ultra soft and breathable. And just like the MyPillow, there's a 60-day money-back guarantee, 10-year warranty. Try it for yourself. Mike Lindell and I promise you'll sleep better or you get your money back. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the radio listener special, use my promo code USA. You'll get 2-for-1 pricing plus free shipping, but only by using my promo code USA, or call 1-800-951-8175 and ask for the Giza Dream Sheets special, and the promo code USA gets you up to 66% off the entire line of MyPillow products. Sleep better with the Giza Dreams bed sheets and save at MyPillow.com, promo code USA.
If cancel culture and censorship continue at their current pace, there will soon be nothing left of the truth. The Epoch Times was founded to keep truth alive. We ask the questions we think you'd ask. We check facts without regards to any political agenda. No one tells us what to cover or how to cover it. We're not influenced by big corporations or political parties. Our great passion is to expose the spread of socialism and communism. We cover the Chinese Communist Party and how it works to subvert American education and politics. We cover big issues like election integrity, the exploding national debt, the fight against coronavirus, and the truth about its origins. We cover Democrats and Republicans in exactly the same way. We have a special trial subscription offer right now. 1 month of our printed paper and total access to our amazing online content for just $1. You'll find it at trustednewspaper.com. 1 month, $1. Trustednewspaper.com. Help the Epoch Times keep truth alive.
When you get Xfinity Internet, Flex is included free. And finding what to watch on TV is now as easy as popcorn. Show me my favorites. Yes! Live soccer. This is how easy it is to find my favorite content, all in one place. And for Xfinity Internet customers, it all starts at free with Xfinity Flex. This is a way better way to watch.
Learn how to get a great offer on Xfinity Internet. Plus, add a free Flex 4K streaming box. Go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply.
Life gets a lot more magical when you dream. So let's dream of a vacation unlike any other. A magical Disney cruise.
Hiya, pal!
Where new stories meet tales as old as time.
Enchanté, mon ami!
And your family will be cared for the moment you step aboard. Sail from Florida to Disney's private island paradise and get ready for a dream come true with Disney Cruise Line.
Now, the continuity was always a problem when they went from the radio to the television show. And by the way, this is Classic Radio Theater on a Monday. You will hear in this episode that Rochester stayed home while Jack Benny went to Hawaii. Well, and they do a television show immediately following the radio show. And here is the synopsis of the show. Jack and Rochester are returning from a vacation in Hawaii. While sitting on the deck and reading, Jack encounters a large woman, and that large woman, and I pulled that up here separately, was portrayed by Maxine Gates. Benny falls asleep and dreams that the woman is turned into Marilyn Monroe, who is the guest star. Featured in the cast, Jack Benny, Eddie Rochester, Rochester Anderson, Don Wilson, Mr. Kitzel, Artie Auerbach, Dorothy Collins, as I said, Maxine Gates, also Joe Kearns, Joseph Kearns again, Tyler McVeigh, Frank Nelson, Ralph Reed, Kay Stewart, and then a couple of uncredited people, Paul Frees and Jack Taylor. Paul Frees, the narrator voice. So that's the television show that, but as I said, the television show has Jack and Rochester returning, and as you'll hear in this show, it's only Jack. Rochester carries the first part of the show because Jack hasn't quite made it back to the house yet. So we will dig into this show here, and by the way, we did pull out the Dennis Day song. You'll hear Jack reference it, but there is no Dennis Day song. But here we go. We're going back some 68 years, February 13th, 1953, the Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny on this Monday edition of Classic Radio Theater.
Strike program starring Jack Benny with Mary Livingston, Rochester, Dennis Day, Bob Crosby, and yours truly, Don Wilson. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jack Benny's first radio broadcast of the season. Immediately after, he'll do his opening television show over the CBS network. But now, we'd like to take you back to a Friday morning several weeks ago and look in on Jack Benny's home in Beverly Hills.
Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. That song sure is true. It's easy living in the summer. I've been sleeping late every morning, going to the beach in the afternoon, spending the weekends fishing with my friends. I wish Mr. Benny would come back from his vacation so I could go on mine. Summertime, and the living is easy. Fish are jumping, and the cotton is high. The front door. Yes? What is it, gentlemen?
We're from the North American Van and Moving Company.
Moving company?
Yeah. Isn't this Ronald Coleman's house?
No, the Coleman's moving away.
Yeah, we're moving them today.
Well, they live next door, the house on the right.
Thanks. Go ahead, Joe. Let's go get the stuff.
Gee, I thought it was the mailman. I haven't heard a word from Mr. Benny in over 2 weeks. And then all he sent me was a postcard. He said he was invited to a big luau and had a wonderful time. I didn't know what luau meant, so I looked it up. It's a Hawaiian word meaning stuff yourself, the food is free. I remember once. Uh-oh, the front door again. Yes, sir?
We're from the Beacons Van and Storage Company.
Oh, you got the wrong house. The Colemans live next door.
Well, we're not looking for Mr. Coleman. We're here to move Mr. and Mrs. James Stewart.
Oh, the Stewarts. They live in the brick house, the one on the left.
Thank you.
Maybe I ought to do a little work for a change. It's a good idea to get started doing it again. I'll go in the den and see if that needs straightening up. Gee, Mr. Harris has been off the show for 2 years now. I wonder if I ought to wake him up and send him home. Nah, that's Mr. Benny's business. Doggone, this is the busiest day. Yes?
We're from Lyons Van and Storage Company, and we're here to move Mr. and Mrs. William Powell.
William Powell? Oh, they live in that White House right across the street.
Thanks.
Gosh, I can't understand why. Now the phone. Mr. Benny's residence. No, I'm sorry. Mr. Benny's not back from Honolulu yet. What's that? He made an appointment for a haircut next Tuesday? Well, he doesn't have to be here for that. I'll send it over. Goodbye. Well, I better get in the kitchen and... Again! First the door, then the phone. Then the door again. One thing after another.
Rochester, I'm home.
Boss!
Rochester, you seem so surprised that I'm back.
I am. I had no idea you'd come home today.
Well, I thought someone would tell you. I wrote to a lot of people that I'd be home today.
Who did you write to?
The Colemans, the Stewarts, and the Powells. I wonder if they got my letters.
Oh, they got them. They got them.
Here, help me inside with my bag. Rochester, did any of my cast get here yet?
No, were you expecting them?
Yeah, I called them when I got off the boat and told them to come here for an important meeting. Now, Rochester, take my small suitcase up to my room.
Well, what about the 2 large ones?
Oh, they're filled with dirty laundry. You better wash and iron it right away.
Yes, sir.
And when you're done, I'll give you the names of the people in Hawaii you're to send it back to. Do a good job, eh?
Boss, have we got customers in Hawaii now?
Yes. And you better wash the skirts by hand. That grass can stop up the bending. Now, Rochester, put some chairs. There's the door. I'll get it. Gee, it'll be good getting back on the air. I always get such a thrill out of the first check. And program. Coming.
Oh, hello, Mr. Benny.
Well, Dennis, come on in. Oh, Dennis, it's wonderful seeing you again. You know, you're the first member of my cast I've seen since we went off the air in June. And gosh, it's funny, Dennis. At the end of every season, we all go our separate ways, and then as the summer wears on, I begin to realize how much I miss the gang. And so when I opened the door and saw you here, it gave me such a warm feeling of...
Get it over with. I'm a busy man.
That's a fine greeting. You haven't seen me for 3 months, then you don't even ask me about my trip.
Where you going?
Where am I going? I just got back. I was in Hawaii for 3 weeks.
Hawaii? Boy, I'd like to go there sometime. What's it like, Mr. Benny?
Dennis, Honolulu's one of the most beautiful spots in the world. You ought to feel the soft, warm sand on the beach.
Get it over with. I'm a busy man.
Look at that. You asked me to tell you about it. I just got home. I'm not going to stand here and let you annoy me.
Say, does the rest of the gang know you're back yet?
Yes, I phoned them from this morning. This morning from the dock there.
From the dock?
Yeah.
Oh, then you just got back today.
Yes, on the Lurleen.
How was the boat trip?
The boat trip?
Uh-huh.
Dennis... I can't tell you what...
Get it over with. I'm a busy man.
Now stop that. Dennis, that kid is the only one I know who can undo a 3 months rest in 2 minutes. Dennis, that really sounded swell. Only when you do it on the program, I want you to pick up the tempo a bit, you see, and hold the finish just a little bit longer.
Well, my mother likes it this way.
Oh, she does, eh? Well, what does your mother know about music?
Plenty. Liberace couldn't get along without her.
Liberace? What does she do for him?
Before every show, she waxes his teeth.
Makes her Toscanini the friendly credit band leader. Now, Dennis, as long as we're... Dennis, you stay right here while I answer the door.
Hello, Jack.
Mary! Mary, dollface, let me look at you. Gee, you look wonderful.
Oh, thanks. Dennis is here, isn't he?
Yes, how did you know?
You look awful.
It didn't take 2 minutes. Well, Mary, it's sure good to see you. Come here, I'm going to give you a big kiss.
Oh, Jack.
No, come here, let me kiss you.
All right.
There. How is that?
It'll never make the Kinsey report. Come on, let's go in. Well, hello, Dennis.
Hello, Mary. When'd you get back from Las Vegas?
Last week.
Hey, I didn't know you went up to Vegas. Did you enjoy yourself?
Uh-huh.
I went to Palm Springs this summer.
Palm Springs? In the summer? Dennis, why in the world would anyone...
Wait a minute, Mary. Wait. Mary, don't get into any silly routines with Dennis.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Anyway, Jack, I had a good time in Vegas.
Yeah, it certainly is an exciting town, Las Vegas. Gosh, I've been there a lot of times. In fact, I even lost some money gambling. You know.
I know. It was on a slot machine in the Flamingo. The third one from the right as you enter the casino.
That's right, Mary. How did you know?
They have a little plaque there that reads, Jack Benny fainted here.
Oh, there you go. September 13th, 1953. Jack Benny on Classic Radio Theater. Thanks for tuning in.
Dive into fall with everything to power your big ideas during Dell's Labor Day event. Save up to $300 on select Dell XPS and Alienware systems powered by Intel Core processors. Save on top accessories like Dell monitors, docks, and other popular tech essentials. Limited quantity deals go live each weekday through September 8th with free shipping on everything. Call 800-BY-DELL for Labor Day event savings. That's 800-BY-DELL.
Life gets a lot more magical when you dream. So let's dream of a vacation unlike any other. A magical Disney cruise.
Hiya, pal!
Where new stories meet tales as old as time.
Enchanté, mon ami!
And your family will be cared for the moment you step aboard. Sail from Florida to Disney's private island paradise and get ready for a dream come true with Disney Cruise Line.
Bet Rivers Sportsbook is ready to make this football season one to remember. All season long, you can score at Bet Rivers Sportsbook with free bets, odds boosts, and more. With player props, thousands of game lines, and live in-game betting, Bet Rivers Sportsbook delivers a best-in-class sports betting experience and has an experienced customer service team to back it up. Visit Bet Rivers Sportsbook today and bet this football season with a local trusted team that puts you first. Go to BetRivers.com and be a winner.
Presented by Rivers Casino Portsmouth. Must be 21. Play in Virginia only. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-532-3500.
Classic Radio Theater friends, my feet hurt. They have hurt for a long time. I have suffered from diabetic neuropathy for some time, and as such, my feet tend to swell. And it's difficult for me to get comfortable. I get some good shoes, and they try to help, but nothing has helped my feet feel better since Mike Lindell sent me a pair of my slippers. Now, don't let the name fool you. These are not something you just wear in the bedroom. You can wear these anywhere. The My Pillow slippers have an indoor-outdoor sole and 3 levels of cushioning. This 3-tier cushioning system includes My Pillow patented fill, their proprietary foam that you know and love. It creates a solid layer to provide very comfortable support. Comfortable memory foam, and patented impact gel made from American soybeans. It's revolutionary in absorbing impact and relieving pressure. It's finished with high-quality leather suede made from U.S. cowhides. They are comfortable, cozy, and a cozy faux fur lining to make your feet feel warm and comfortable in the winter and make you feel relieved in the summer. 60-day money-back guarantee, 1-year limited warranty. Mike Lindell guarantees you'll like them or you'll get your money back. Go to MyPillow.com, click on the Radio Listeners Square, use my promo code USA, or call 1-800-951-8175. 2 different varieties, slip-ons or moccasin style. You will love these My Pillow, My Slippers. Mike Lindell has done it again. If you have trouble walking, if your feet don't feel like right, get My Slippers from Mike Lindell. MyPillow.com, promo code USA.
Dive into fall with everything to power your big ideas during Dell's Labor Day event. Save up to $300 on select Dell XPS and Alienware systems powered by Intel Core processors. Save on top accessories like Dell monitors, docks, and other popular tech essentials. Limited quantity deals go live each weekday through September 8th with free shipping on everything. Call 800-BY-DELL for Labor Day event savings. That's 800-BY-DELL.
Hey, I'm Katie Grossman, a trail and ultramarathon runner sponsored by New Balance. I'm also a creative professional, wife to my life and running partner, Dominic, and a very proud mom of 2 girls. Life has gotten a little crazy, especially after battling postpartum injury and an abdominal tumor. But running is still a huge part of my identity, and it legitimately improves my mental health. I'm working my way back to racing, but for now, I'm still finding peace on the trail. Go beyond the run at newbalance.com.
Some read self-help books, others use meditation. At New Balance, it's believed that peace can be found with a run. The lessons learned while running your race are a blueprint for overcoming obstacles and achieving balance in life. Go beyond the run at newbalance.com.
Thanks for being with us on this Monday edition of Classic Radio Theater, an episode of the Lucky Strike program starring Jack Benny, as was originally broadcast on Sunday, September 13th, 1953. In the newspapers of that Sunday 68 years ago, these were some of the headlines. In a blunt warning to the Eisenhower administration, Republican Representative Daniel A. Reed of New York vowed yesterday that Congress will not pass a national sales tax. The 76-year-old chairman of the tax-writing House Ways and Means Committee also served notice of battle against other efforts to raise taxes or to postpone scheduled tax reductions. Reed's statement left little doubt that unless the administration changes its course, he's ready to renew his intra-party fight with President Eisenhower on tax policies, one of the most spectacular scraps of the last session of Congress. The Democratic Party's biggest show since the national convention and campaign of last year will start a 2-day run in Chicago tomorrow, a $100 a plate fundraising dinner at which top party leaders will speak tomorrow night, and the Tuesday night report by Adlai E. Stevenson, the 1952 presidential candidate, on his recent world tour are billed as highlights. Backgrounding these events will be 2 days of conferences, which are expected to attract 2,000 Democrat leaders from all sections of the country. Congress investigators yesterday criticized as too lavish and luxurious a $17 million U.S. housing project in Bonn, Germany. The development, built by the State Department in 1951 to house American government officials and employees transferred to Bonn when the West German capital was moved there from Frankfurt. The Republican from Indiana, Congressman Brown, the chairman of a House subcommittee on governmental operations, which issued the report, referred to the project as lace-curtained quarters. A statuesque ash blonde, Evelyn Margaret I. of Ephrata, Pennsylvania, won the title of Miss America 1954 last night. The 20-year-old Miss Pennsylvania had won a bathing suit preliminary earlier in the week. One of the tallest girls in the contest at 5 foot 8 inches tall, she weighs 132 pounds, has a 37-inch bust, 24-inch waist, and 36-inch hips. Miss Pennsylvania rose on an elevator as her name was announced. Miss New York, Joan Sesakayable, won $3,000. Miss Virginia, Annalise Seiglis of Norfolk, Virginia, $2,500. Miss Alabama, Virginia McDavid of Birmingham won $2,000. And Miss Mississippi, Suzanne Duggar of Picayune, $1,500. Speaking of beauty contests, Mrs. New Jersey walked out of the Mrs. America contest in tears yesterday after her husband refused to sign a contract which he said would tend to exploit their 9 children. Mrs. Anna Spada, 29-year-old blonde, brown-eyed, whippany housewife, had arrived in Asbury Park, New Jersey yesterday with 32 other contestants for the title of Mrs. America of 1954. Judging is scheduled to start today. And co-ed Ginny Krause put her regular clothes back on and went back to her regular reporting job to write the story of what she uncovered in a girly show at the Indiana State Fair. Red-haired Ginny, a reporter on the Indiana Daily Student, Indiana University student newspaper, which published at the fairgrounds last week, she joined the chorus line for her first-hand study of costuming. She said, "I felt pretty darn bare." She described her first outing as mostly feathers, and said the second would have fit in a matchbox. Well, she has an alternative, however, if she decides against a career in newspaper work. She said the owner of the show offered her a permanent job anytime. Oh, speaking of fairs, officials of the Nebraska State Fair revealed an unidentified GI was given admittance as a Veterans Day guest even though he had forgotten his identification card. Well, he yanked out his dentures, showed the men at the gate the Army markings on the false teeth. And those some of the day's top news stories as reported in the newspapers of Sunday, September 13th, 1953, on your radio, Jack Benny, which continues in just a moment on this Monday Classic Radio Theater.
Hi, this is Dr. Joel Wallach, and I want to tell you that arthritis is not a genetic thing. It's not a disease of aging. Neither is osteoporosis. Get a hold of my book. It's all in your head. It goes into the 25 different diseases you get when you have osteoporosis of the skull. These are all reversible. You take the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack, the MSM, vitamin D3, stay away from all the bad foods, including gluten, and guess what? You'll regrow all your bones, including your skull and your legs and your hips and everything else. Contact us at usaradiohealth.com. That's usaradiohealth.com.
If you enjoy our Classic Radio Theater broadcasts and want to start building a collection of your own, go to classicradio.stream. That's classicradio.stream. There you'll find links to great classic radio collections on CD, along with links to great reading on classic radio, plus Classic Radio Theater on demand. Check out our webpage, available now at classicradio.stream. That's classicradio.stream. And enjoy.
Dive into fall with everything to power your big ideas during Dell's Labor Day event. Save up to $300 on select Dell XPS and Alienware systems powered by Intel Core processors. Save on top accessories like Dell monitors, docks, and other popular tech essentials. Limited quantity deals go live each weekday through September 8th with free shipping on everything. Call 800-BY-DELL for Labor Day event savings. That's 800-BY-DELL.
Life can be full of risks. One thing you shouldn't take a risk with ever is your family's health insurance. If you're self-employed or you now need affordable health insurance, you need to make this free call right now and see how the Health Insurance Helpline can help you get it. We specialize in helping the self-employed and people just like you that need affordable health insurance to get it. We have short and long-term health insurance plans, and some even cover dental, vision, and prescription drugs. Don't take a risk with your family's health insurance. It's not worth it. If you're self-employed or now need affordable health insurance, call right now and learn for free how to get it. Listen, affordable health insurance plans for everyone just like you are a free phone call away. So give us a shout right now.
800-470-8021. 800-470-8021. 800-470-8021. That's 800-470-8021.
Life gets more magical when you dream. So dream of a Disney cruise filled with magic and wonder.
Hiya, pal!
Sail from Florida to Disney's private island paradise and get ready for a dream come true with Disney Cruise Line.
Rockstar Radio is looking for a co-host. Yes, you heard me correctly. Nationally syndicated radio show and popular podcast, Rockstar Radio with Billy Gerard, is looking for a co-host. In fact, 2 segment co-hosts. One will join Billy weekly talking about all things financial, and another for a weekly review of the national real estate and mortgage market. Co-hosting with Billy Gerard could be the move that puts your career into overdrive. For all the details and to schedule an audition with Billy, send an email to bill@rockstar.today. That's bill@rockstar.today. Or go to rockstar.today/co-host for all the details. Rockstar Radio is looking for 2 expert co-hosts. It could be you. Email bill@rockstar.today or go to rockstar.today/co-host. Being on the radio with Billy will make you the expert in the field. It could take your career over the moon. Get all the audition details at rockstar.today/co-host.
You did it. You woke up today. You even got out of bed. You deserve a reward. We can't all be morning people, but we can all get McDonald's for breakfast.
Right now, mix and match a Chicken McGriddles or a McChicken biscuit for just $3. Order ahead on the Mickey D's app. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with combo meal. Single item at regular price. Mobile order and pay at participating McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Life gets a lot more magical when you dream. So let's dream of a vacation unlike any other. A magical Disney cruise.
Hiya, pal!
Where new stories meet tales as old as time.
Enchanté!
Hey, mon ami.
And your family will be cared for the moment you step aboard. Sail from Florida to Disney's private island paradise and get ready for a dream come true with Disney Cruise Line.
On Tuesday's Classic Radio Theater, the FBI in Peace and War from 71 years ago, September 14th, 1950, The Crack-Up. 3 bank robbers in hiding after a job, and one of them has a bad case of the jitters. That's coming up on our Tuesday Classic Radio Theater. We'll have the conclusion of Jack Benny coming up here in just a moment. I want to say something to our stations. Some stations get jittery when we include the singing commercial by the sportsman, or in this case, sportsmen's wives. And don't be upset, because those are artifacts of history. We don't air the regular commercials, but the singing commercials that they work into the context of the program, that is fair game. So no concerns. We have that from our lawyers. Now the conclusion of the Jack Benny program, 68 years ago, September 13th, 1953.
Anyway, Jack, I had a good time in Vegas.
Yeah, it certainly is an exciting town, Las Vegas. Gosh, I've been there a lot of times. In fact, I even lost some money gambling.
I know. It was on a slot machine in the Flamingo. The third one from the right as you enter the casino.
That's right, Mary. How did you know?
They have a little plaque there that reads, Jack Benny fainted here.
I don't care. It's good publicity. Anyway, Mary, I got to tell you and the gang about the wonderful time I had in Hawaii.
I spent the summer in Palm Springs.
Dennis, why...
Wait a minute, Mary. Don't you ask him. I'll do it. Me, he's already made a wreck of. Dennis, you spent the summer in Palm Springs?
Uh-huh, and I had a swell time.
Look it. I don't know. Well, all right. Look, how can you possibly enjoy yourself in Palm Springs in all that heat? In the summer, it gets to be 120 degrees in the shade.
I was smart. I didn't stay in the shade.
See what I do to myself? Mary, that proves I love you, doesn't it?
Well, if you really love me, get me a cold drink, will you, please? I'm thirsty.
Okay, Mary, what do you want?
Ginger ale will be all right.
Okay, Rochester!
Yes, boss?
Will you please bring Miss Livingston a glass of ginger ale?
I'm sorry, but we haven't got any.
We haven't? Look, when I left for Hawaii, we had 3 cases of ginger ale.
Well, it's all gone now.
Rochester, tell me the truth. Did you have a party here while I was gone?
Well, yes, boss, in July.
What date in July?
Just July.
Look, Rochester, I don't mind your having a little... Come in. Rochester, look, I don't mind your having a little party while I'm gone, but then when you take advantage of...
Hello, Jack. Hi, everybody.
Oh, hello, Don. Don, it's awfully nice to see you.
Did you have a nice vacation?
I sure did.
Glad to hear it, Don. Where'd you spend your summer?
In the Brown Derby.
3 months in a restaurant?
No, Jack. There's a little summer resort way up north known as the Brown Derby. It's a wonderful place.
Oh.
Lovely climate, great fishing and swimming. Oh, and by the way, Marilyn Monroe was up there.
How's the scenery?
Dennis. You know, it's funny that you mention her, Don. You know, Marilyn Monroe is going to be on my television show.
She is?
Yeah.
Why, I saw her picture in the newspaper, and she had her leg in a cast. Understand she broke her ankle.
She tried everything, but Jack's holding her to her contract.
Mary, she's going to be on my program because she wants to, and she's going to be wonderful on it.
You know, I saw her and Jane Russell in Gentlemen Prefer Blondes, and they were terrific.
Where'd you see that picture?
In Palm Springs.
Oh.
That day it was 130 in the shade.
I know.
You know, Jack, one of the hit songs from that picture is Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend, and that's going to be our commercial on the program.
Wait a minute, Don. The Sportsman Quartet would sound silly doing that number. That song should be done by girls.
Oh, I know. That's why I brought their wives over. I want you to hear it first.
Oh, the Sportsman's wives?
Yeah, I'll get them, Jack. They're right outside.
Oh.
Oh, girls, come on in.
Well, hello, girls. That's their wives, all right. Now, let me hear the number, will you?
Okay, take it, girls.
A kiss on the hand may be quite continental, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. A kiss may be grand, but it won't pay the rental on your humble flat, or help you at the automat. Men grow cold as girls grow old, and we all lose our charms in the end. But square cut or pear shaped, these rocks don't lose their shape. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. Remember, my dear, when it smokes, you are choosing. A lucky is a girl's best friend. The reason is clear, the tobacco they're using has no puff that's rough. Yes, sure enough, there's no rough puff. Lucky Strikes, the smoke you like, 'cause they're made of that one perfect blend. The masculine gender should always remember to buy her Luckies. Those better tasting Luckies made much better, that's why. To win a fair lady's heart, give Luckies by the carton. That's the smoke she's sure to like. To be happy, so Lucky Strike.
Well, that was just wonderful, girl. Don, I must congratulate you on such a great idea.
Well, thanks, Jack.
Say, Jack, now that we're all here, what'd you call us over for?
We're not all here. Bob Crosby is late.
I wish you'd get here so we can get this over with. I'm a busy man.
Dennis, we know all about how busy you are with your own TV show and your records and movies.
Besides that, this summer I started raising tropical fish.
Tropical fish? Say, that's a nice hobby.
Yeah, they're delicious.
Mary, when are you going to learn?
Hi, Jack. Hi, Jack. Hello, everybody.
Hey, it's Bob Crosby.
Hi, Bob.
The door was open, so I just walked in.
Well, we've been here waiting for you so we can have our little meeting. You know, kids, Bob was in Honolulu while I was there.
I didn't know that, Bob. Did you go alone?
Oh, no, I took my wife and my 5 kids, a nurse for the baby, and a cook and a maid.
Did you go on the lure line, too?
Oh, yes, Don. It was exciting, especially as we were landing in Honolulu. My whole family and all of our help lined up at the boat rail, and we sang aloha to the people on the dock.
Wait a minute, Bob. The people on the dock are supposed to sing to you.
Well, I know, but we outnumbered them.
Oh, I see.
Jack, you said when Bob got here, you'd tell us what this meeting was all about. Now, what is it?
Well, now look, kids, we're about to start a new season, and naturally, we all wanted to start off big. So I got in touch with my publicity man, Steve Bradley. He told me to have the whole cast here this afternoon. He's going to take a lot of pictures.
Oh, that's swell.
And that reminds me, Bob, you better get all the boys in your band together, because we'll want some pictures of them, too.
Oh, but that might be kind of tough, getting all of them.
Why?
Well, during the summer, they've taken other jobs.
Oh.
In fact, Frankie Remley formed his own orchestra and is appearing every night at the Cinegrill in the Hollywood Roosevelt.
No kidding. Frankie Remley's got his own orchestra? Well, good for Frankie. At the cinema, did he get a good deal?
Oh, certainly. He had a smart agent. All the men in his band get scale, but Frankie signed for $60 a week and all the drinks he wanted.
Gosh.
Yeah, but the second week, the hotel changed that to no drinks and $1,000 a week.
I knew they'd find out sooner or later. So Frankie's working at the Cinegrill. What does he call his orchestra?
Well, on the marquee, he bills himself, Frankie Remley and my 6 convicts.
What do you know? I bet they play the sweetest music this side of the Chino Honor Farm. You know, kids, some night, let's all go down there and we'll... Come in.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Benny.
Hiya, Steve. Hey, it's good to see
No
you.
time for chatter. We've got to get this publicity campaign rolling. Now, Benny, first we're going to get a picture of you giving a waiter a $5 tip.
What?
Stage money.
Oh.
Now, Mary, I've got a sympathetic angle for you. We'll show you selling stockings at the May Company.
Hey, that's great. You know, that's her old job.
What do you mean, old job? That's what I did this summer.
No kidding. Say, Steve, have you anything planned for Bob Crosby and Dennis Day?
Have I? I've got a stunt for Crosby here that'll have his name in newspapers from coast to coast.
Hey, that's great. What do I do?
You're going to sue the city where you were born, Spokane, Washington, for $10 million.
Sue them? What for?
You're going to claim they mixed up your birth certificate. You're really Bing, and Bing is you.
What? Now, wait a minute, Steve. What about my mother?
We'll sue her, too.
Hey, Bob. Bob, that's a great idea.
What have you got in mind for me?
Oh, Dennis, boy, you're a cinch. I have an idea that'll make you the most talked of person in the country overnight.
Yeah. What do I have to do? What?
Commit suicide. Suicide? But I've got to find some novel way for him to do it.
Maybe I could eat nothing but chlorophyll and green myself to death.
Dennis. Wonderful idea, kid. We'll save it for St. Patrick's Day. Look, Steve, now we got to get some publicity pictures. I've got my photographer waiting out in the hall. Oh, Frank?
Yes?
Oh, no. Are you the photographer?
Well, what do you think I am holding up this flashbulb? A glowworm?
Come on, Frank, let's get moving. First, you'll take some pictures of Benny, and I want you to make him look real good.
Well, this is going to be a challenge to Eastman Kodak.
Now, look, you...
Quiet till I finish focusing. Now, hold still.
Do you want me to smile?
You don't have to. I'll get your teeth anyway. This is an X-ray camera.
X-ray?
Do you want to make any bones about it?
Now, cut that out! That settles it, Steve. How many times I told you I don't want this photographer to take pictures of me?
Can't understand that, Benny. You're the only star at CBS who has trouble with him.
It's your own fault, Jack. You antagonize him.
I do not.
You do, too.
Now, listen, I've had enough out of you.
Don't raise your voice to me.
This is my house, and I'll do whatever I want.
Oh, no, you won't.
Oh, yes, I will.
Attaboy, sock him.
I think I will.
I was talking to him.
Oh, you were, eh? Well, I've had enough of this. Steve, out, and take that photographer with you.
Okay, Benny, but you're throwing away your future.
He had his future 20 years ago.
That settles it. Out. Everybody out. Bunch of smart Alex. Rochester, fix me something to eat, will you?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. My first day home, all I have is trouble.
I know, boss, but it's sure good to have you back.
Thanks, Rochester. Ladies and gentlemen, in 30 seconds, I'll be doing my first television show, and I'm having Marilyn Monroe as my guest star through the courtesy of 20th Century Fox, producers of The Robe, which will soon be released in their new process, CinemaScope. Now, the television studio is 6 miles from this radio studio, and as I said, I only have 30 seconds. You say it's impossible to go 6 miles in 30 seconds. Believe me, with Marilyn Monroe waiting, I can make it. See you in 30 seconds.
The Jack Benny Show was written by Sam Perrin, Milt Josephsberg, George Balzer, John Tackerberry, Hal Goldman, and Al Gordon, and produced and transcribed by Hilliard Martin.
The first show of the 53-54 season, which would be the next to the last season of the Jack Benny radio program, from 68 years ago, September 13th, 1953, here on Classic Radio Theater. And we thank you for tuning in. Friends, we hope you will visit our webpage, classicradio.stream. There you can stream our shows on demand, learn more about classic radio collecting. Contact me there, classicradio.stream. Do not forget that if you miss a day, you do not have to miss a show. You can hear all of our shows on demand through our webpage. That is classicradio.stream. classicradio.stream. You can find them through iHeartRadio, also Spotify, Spreaker, TuneIn, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcast, Overcast. Just search for USA Classic Radio Theater. And as always, we ask you to thank this radio station and support their advertisers. It is their kindness and courtesy that allows us to be here, right here on your favorite radio station. And please thank them very much. Have a great week ahead, won't you please? I'm Wyatt Cox. Thank this station, support the advertisers, tell all your friends the great radio shows are right here at this spot on the dial. Classic Radio Theater on your favorite station and the USA Radio Network.
You hear that? It's not just another sound effect. It's the sound of your life changing. Say goodbye to mediocrity and every normal phone you've had before. Unfold a whole new world with Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G and Z Fold 3 5G. Get more screens, more style, more attention. Take a break from toggling between select apps and take hands-free selfies. Take notice of everyone noticing you and show them how to live this life. Buy your Galaxy Z Flip 3 5G or Z Fold 3 5G at Samsung.com. 5G connection and availability may vary. Check with carrier.
Some read self-help books. Others use meditation. At New Balance, it's believed that peace can be found with a run. The lessons learned while running your race are a blueprint for overcoming obstacles and achieving balance in life. Go beyond the run at newbalance.com.